Now guys, Terra Luna Classic experienced a little bit of a shock towards the end of the day today, and I do want to talk about it because it's showing us that the price of Terra Luna Classic is still attached to the overall cryptocurrency market in the news that's affecting Bitcoin and Shiba Inu coin and Ethereum and so on. So we're not yet completely detached from all of the macroeconomic or even microeconomic moves that crypto is experiencing right now. And I want to talk about this because it didn't just affect Terra Luna Classic. We had some microeconomic news coming out, meaning it was like industry specific or company specific. And it dropped the price of Bitcoin significantly. It lost about 5%, roughly $1,000. Ethereum fell, Shiba Inu coin fell, Terra Luna Classic fell as well, but they do seem to be recovering a little bit. So we're going to talk about why and what this means for the price of Terra Luna Classic moving forward. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up everybody, I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We're here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting 6 free stocks. $1 crypto trade, you're getting $5 in free crypto. And I mean, with this bounce, this little bounce off the major dip that we're on, guys, could be a great time to buy. But just take that for what it's worth, man. We could absolutely see some downside as well. So let's talk about Terra Luna Classic in this afternoon, because around 4 o'clock Eastern time today, we watched Terra Luna fall from roughly 11,000 points and dropped pretty significantly before bouncing back a little bit. And people are left wondering why, because we saw the same spike down in Bitcoin, in Shiba Inu coin, in Ethereum, and crypto in general sold off around this time. And it was as we were live streaming, so it was very difficult to see what was going on out there, but it correlated to one thing that we were watching, the Tesla earnings report. Roughly 4:06 p.m. Eastern time, we saw Tesla start to spike, and it spiked up. Now, Bitcoin, on the other hand, spiked down. Terra Luna Classic, spiked down. Shiba Inu coin, spiked down. We saw a very drastic move in all of the cryptocurrencies at exactly the same time. So we started to draw some inferences and saw that Tesla did have some news on what they were doing with the Bitcoin that they owned. Now, Tesla announced that they sold roughly 75% of their cryptocurrency, of their Bitcoin, and moved it over into fiat. Now, here's the interesting thing. That at 75% was roughly, I'm going to call it roughly $1 billion. It was $900 and some million. And that roughly $1 billion sell-off caused some price action in Bitcoin and the crypto market. Now, here's what we need to think of. They didn't sell that Bitcoin today. They didn't go out there, and Tesla didn't sell that Bitcoin at the earnings report at 406. It became known that they sold. So here's a couple things we got to keep in mind. The cryptocurrency market just swallowed that $1 billion sale up, and it never mattered, right? We don't know when Tesla sold their Bitcoin, and we didn't have that price action in whether you're looking at Terra Luna Classic or Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. The market swallowed up that $1 billion sale and spit it right back out the other side like it didn't matter. Now, the knowledge is what drove the price down. And it didn't just hit Bitcoin. Like we're talking about Terra Luna Classic, it hit Terra Luna Classic pretty hard. It was a very quick spike down. But that knowledge of the sale, that Tesla, Elon Musk, may no longer believe in the short-term price action of cryptocurrency and caused that sale to begin, is what caused the spike down in these prices. And a lot of people are trying to equate this to what could happen with Mt. Gox. Now, Mt. Gox, if you guys are unfamiliar with the story, we're not going to spend much time on it. We got another video on it if you'd like to see that. But roughly 8 years ago, Mt. Gox had some debacle, and they ended up freezing everybody's assets. They lost roughly 800,000 Bitcoin, and now they're sitting on 137,000 Bitcoin that is going to be returned to customers. Now, this flooding of the market with this Bitcoin is expected to drop the price of Terra Luna Classic and Bitcoin and all of the cryptocurrencies for that matter. Sorry. Because the flooding of the market is going to create an influx of supply, and if the demand isn't there, we expect prices to go lower. Now, here's the good news: that 137,000 Bitcoin is roughly 3 times the amount we saw sold by Tesla. And if the market was able to eat up that Tesla sale the market will be able to eat up the Mt. Gox sale as well. So we may have a slight interference. We may see that people are a little scared of Mt. Gox in that situation, and people may sell off of Terra Luna Classic because of the uncertainty surrounding what's going to happen with Mt. Gox. But the market will absolutely be able to swallow up that supply, and it's not going to have a long-term effect, or shouldn't at least have a long-term effect based on the reaction to what we're seeing with Tesla today. Now, this is also good news because we know that the investors in Terra Luna Classic are still looking at both micro and macroeconomic factors that are affecting the market. And that is always good to know that it's not simply just a 100% gamble. It is something that we can at least understand the movement of. You know, if Terra Luna Classic were to jump up today with no catalyst, it's confusing. If it were to jump down with no catalyst or fall down with no catalyst, it becomes confusing. And when investments stop making sense, that's when they don't become investments anymore, but they become gambles. And at this point in time, it does seem like Terra Luna Classic is still an investment and still doing very well. Guys, we've got a lot of catalysts moving forward, a lot of positive or potentially negative catalysts. You got to keep that in mind. A lot of people are wondering if we've hit the bottom. I don't necessarily think that we have, unless, of course, these macroeconomic factors like inflation, interest rates, centralized exchanges, and all of these things start to improve. They're still not improving, actually. They're still deteriorating. And Coinbase earnings, it's going to be coming up at the beginning of August. We are really going to be focusing on that because we absolutely need to know whether or not that exchange is still, whether or not it's still thriving. Because like I say in the video I did yesterday, we've got some red flags about unwilling to grow at this point because they're unwilling to pay affiliate marketing fees to grow their platform and grow their users. I want to know what you guys think though, because this spike we saw earlier today, it had a significant impact with roughly 5 to 10% price swings across the crypto board. And if a $1 billion sale that happened potentially months ago had a, what's 1% of $1 trillion, man? Is it a $10 billion? If a $1 billion sale dropped $10 billion in value off the cryptocurrency market, that's 1%, no, 10%. If all these cryptos drop 10%, you'd be looking at a $100 billion move. So if a $1 billion sale had roughly a $50 to $100 billion move in the crypto space today, it's kind of concerning, right? So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on that, because Tesla seems to have a lot of influence when it comes to cryptocurrency and a lot of influence on Terra Luna Classic because the price was moving as well. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if this button right here is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram. You're getting 6 free stocks on Webull. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.